So.
All right, and so you are live on YouTube. Rev Wayne Stills, the mic is all yours.
Hey everyone, how you doing? How are you? It's Wayne Stills, Rev Wayne Stills on Miracles, there's Miracles Everywhere on ACIM Gather, ACIMgather.us. How's it going? Today I'm going to do the lesson. Audrey comes in, but I'm not sure if she's coming in or not. She's got something going on, I guess. So we'll see. But I think for now, most likely I'll do the lesson of the day and play a couple of songs or this one. And last night I went to a concert of Billy Prine, who's the brother of John Prine, and John Prine died very early on in COVID. And he did all this, but it was very nice, like an hour and a half of his songs and discussions about him, and it was very, 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 very nice. And he's had much different voice than John Prine, but it was so, and also his I guess what assistant guitar player, whatever you want to call her, she was wonderful too. She did the first half hour of the evening, and then she played with him. She was great. I forget her name, but she was fantastic. Anyhow, so it was a lot of fun. I'm gonna play a song by him that I played here before. Perfectly describes this world and the nature of it, in my opinion. And it's called "That's the Way the World Goes Round." Oh, wait a minute for a second. That's the way it goes around. Way the world goes around with here. I always forget to share sound. And okay, so that's the way the world goes around by John Prine. And it describes level two, number two.
Oh, I got glue on my string. That's the way that the world goes round. I know a guy that's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella, kinda confused, got muscles in his head, ain't never been used, thinks he owns half of this town. Starts drinking heavy, gets a big red nose, beats his old lady with a rubber hose, then he takes her out to dinner, buys her new clothes. That's the way that the world goes down. That's the way that the world goes round. You up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch wider and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. I was sitting in the bathtub, counting my toes when the radiator broke. Water all froze, I got stuck in the ice without my clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak when the sun come through the window. The ice all broke, I stood up and laughed, thought it was a joke. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. One day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch wider and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round.
That's the way the world goes around. That's the way the world goes around. That's the way the world always goes around. Around and around and around and around. We're falling all over the place. It's all right. It's what we do. So long as you know what it is, so long as you know what's going on here, you enjoy the falling, enjoy the roller coaster of life. Just know what's going on. Otherwise, you're insane. You're not playing. You're not playing the game. You're insane. Play the game. Don't be insane. That's my answer for the day. I'm going to go right straight to the lesson, I think. And let's see. I have it here. I'm prepared. I am prepared today. Let's go. So it's lesson 109, I think. I haven't done it yet, so I'm gonna do it today. So 105. And I'm gonna do it now for the. I'm gonna play it. And then I'm gonna go back and stop and start. This way we can hear the whole thing at once. Is God's peace and joy our mind. I like this one a lot because God's peace and joy our mind. By just naturally, it's a law. I'll get into my interpretation. First, let's just hear it.
Lesson 105. God's peace and joy are mine. God's peace and joy are yours. Today we will accept them, knowing they belong to us. And we will try to understand these gifts increase as we receive them. They are not like to the gifts the world can give, in which the giver loses as he gives the gift. The taker is the richer by his loss. Such are not gifts, but bargains made with guilt. The truly given gift entails no loss. It is impossible that one can gain because another loses. This implies a limit and an insufficiency. No gift is given thus. Such gifts are but a bid for a more valuable return, a loan with interest to be paid in full, a temporary lending meant to be a pledge of debt to be repaid with more than was received by him who took the gift. This strange distortion of what giving means pervades all levels of the world you see. It strips all meaning from the gifts you give and leaves you nothing in the ones you take. A major learning goal this course has set is to reverse your view of giving so you can receive. For giving has become a source of fear, and so you would avoid the only means by which you can receive. Accept God's peace and joy, and you will learn a different way of looking at a gift. God's gifts will never lessen when they are given away. They but increase thereby. As heaven's peace and joy intensify when you accept them as God's gift to you, so does the joy of your Creator grow when you accept His joy and peace as yours. True giving is creation. It extends the limitless to the unlimited, eternity to timelessness, and love unto itself. It adds to all that is complete already, not in simple terms of adding more, for that implies that it was less before. It adds by letting what cannot contain itself fulfill its aim of giving everything it has away, securing it forever for itself. Today accept God's peace and joy as yours. Let Him complete Himself as He defines completion. You will understand that what completes Him must complete His Son as well. He cannot give through loss. No more can you. Receive His gift of joy and peace today, and He will thank you for your gift to Him. Today our practice periods will start a little differently. Begin today by thinking of those brothers who have been denied by you the peace and joy that are their right under the equal laws of God. Here you denied them to yourself. and here you must return to claim them as your own. Think of your enemies a little while, and tell each one as he occurs to you, "My brother, peace and joy I offer you, that I may have God's peace and joy as mine." Thus you prepare yourself to recognize God's gifts to you, and let your mind be free of all that would prevent success today. Now are you ready to accept the gift of peace and joy that God has given you? Now are you ready to experience the joy and peace you have denied yourself? Now you can say, "God's peace and joy are mine," for you have given what you would receive. You must succeed today if you prepare your mind as we suggest. For you have let all bars to peace and joy be lifted up, and what is yours can come to you at last. So tell yourself, "God's peace and joy are mine," and close your eyes a while and let His voice assure you that the words you speak are true. Spend your 5 minutes thus with Him each time you can today, but do not think that less is worthless when you cannot give Him more. At least remember hourly to say the words which call to Him to give you what He wills to give and wills you to receive. Determine not to interfere today with what He wills. And if a brother seems to tempt you to deny God's gift to him, see it as but another chance to let yourself receive the gifts of God as yours. Then bless your brother thankfully and say, "My brother, peace and joy I offer you, that I may have God's peace and joy as mine."
Okay. Okay. Good. That's good. Good, Lynn. Good. Now, this is a good lesson. This is a very good lesson. It's a powerful lesson. Um, it's even the initial statement on his face, it says, I mean, obviously that's the whole point, but it says so much. God's peace and joy are mine. But it starts out with God's omnipresence. It's the law of God stating is reality. His peace is yours, his peace, not our peace. And it's ours. It's ours to the extent that it's always there. Kind of like the law of mathematics is ours, belongs to us. 1 plus 1 is 2, that law, 1 plus 1 is 2, belongs to you, belongs to me. Joy is there. Peace is there. It's always there. It's a static law, the law of peace, the law of joy, the law of pleasure, the law of bliss. Always there. Feel it or not, God is imminently. Let's just start playing it again, and then I'm going to stop and start.
Lesson 105. God's peace and joy are mine. God's peace and joy are yours. Today we will accept them, knowing they belong to us. And we will try to understand these gifts increase as we receive them. They are not like to the gifts the world can give, in which the giver loses as he gives the gift.
This is important here. Again, keep in mind that when you hear the word peace, What comes up normally is peace as you see it. The biblical quote is, I love you as I love you, not as the world loves you. And he's saying it right here as well. They're not like the gifts the world can give, in which the giver loses as he gives the gifts. The taker is richer by his loss. Such are not gifts, but bargains made with guilt. They're not gifts. There's no real give and take there. There's no love there. There's bargains. Deals being made, which is okay, I suppose.
The taker is the richer by his loss. Such are not gifts, but bargains made with guilt. The truly given gift entails no loss. It is impossible that one can gain because another loses. This implies a limit and an insufficiency. No gift is given thus. Such gifts are but a bid for a more valuable return, a loan with interest to be paid in full, a temporary lending meant to be a pledge of debt to be repaid with more than was received by him who took the gift. This strange distortion of what giving means pervades all levels of the world you see. It strips all meaning from the gifts you give and leaves you nothing in the ones you take. A major learning goal this course has set is to reverse your view of giving so you can receive. For giving has become a source of fear, and so you would avoid the only means by which you can receive. Accept God's peace and joy, and you will learn a different way of looking at a gift.
Again, he's stressing that same point over again, over and over again. God's peace, accept his peace. When thoughts come up of people offering you peace, let that go and see what's behind that. See what's between your thoughts. See what's between your thoughts. See what's between the images that is in your mind. Because that's pure mind, pure thought, potential. You're delving into the potential, the potential of your mind.
God's gifts will never lessen when they are given away. They but increase thereby. As heaven's peace and joy intensify when you accept them as God's gift to you, so does the joy of your Creator grow when you accept His joy and peace as yours. True giving is creation. It extends the limitless to the unlimited, eternity to timelessness, and love unto itself. It adds to all that is complete already, not in simple terms of adding more, for that implies that it was less before. It adds by letting what cannot contain itself fulfill its aim of giving everything it has away, securing it forever for itself. Today accept God's peace and joy as yours. Let Him complete Himself as He defines completion.
As He defines completion. I'm pointing this out because really this is the crux of the matter. If you can figure out a way to get yourself to give up the idea that you're in charge, then the construction itself is in charge. I'm not saying you have to kill the construction itself. Give over the construction itself to the higher self. The construction itself is like a dog or an out-of-control pet that just doesn't really know what it's doing. It needs to be controlled. It needs it. It wants it. It needs an alpha, or whatever you want to call it. It needs a strong hand. Holy Spirit will bring it into shape, whip it into shape, turn it into a weapon, a tool to conquer negativity. The Spirit can use words too to his advantage. To his advantage. The ego basically is just a wuss. He's afraid of everything. It's a system of fear, of hiding. A win-lose situation.
You will understand that what completes him must complete his son as well. He cannot give through loss. No more can you. Receive his gift of joy and peace today, and he will thank you for your gift to him.
Our gifts to God. Isn't it nice? There's a sign on the neighborhood where we drive, and it says, "Jesus, I trust in you." But I very often, for some reason, see that I don't see the I, and I just see Jesus trust in you. And for the first few times I saw the sign, that's what I thought it said. I thought it said, "Jesus trust in you," and I loved it. I was like, "Wow, that's a great sign. Jesus trusts in me. He trusts me." Jesus, like, yeah, I trust you, man. I trust you, Wayne. Hey, I got your back, man. It's cool. But then I thought that I trust in you. It was about how I should be saying it to Jesus, which is also cool, but it was just interesting. It was as if I got a little cosmology theology lesson by mistake, which seemingly by mistake.
Today our practice periods will start a little differently. Begin today by thinking of those brothers who have been denied by you the peace and joy that are their right under the equal laws of God.
Imagine that. Imagine if you went to people, you deny them the right to have access to the laws of math. Sorry, well, you don't deserve that. You cannot learn a basic arithmetic. You don't get to learn the times table. You know that you're not allowed to learn physics, even if you want to. Sorry, that's the law. We're making new laws. It has nothing to do with actual reality. The laws just actually stop you from doing what's natural to investigate the laws of the universe, if you want to. And then you're drawn to it. Anyway, you go in the universe, 1 + 1 is going to be 2. As we know it, as we understand the three-dimensional universe. And just sitting there, that law being right. Who are you to tell somebody they can't have the law of joy? They can't have peace and love in their life. We do it all the time. All the time. We control people, control their joy, control their peace. We do it so much that we assume that what we're looking at is exactly the way things are. We don't think that there are going to be times when we are in regret and we're going to see the person as they are from their point of view, and we're going to have to deal with sadness and pain and suffering. We're going to see it from their point of view, which is a different point of view.
Here you denied them to yourself, and here you must return to claim them as your own. Think of your enemies a little while, and tell each one as he occurs to you, "My brother, peace and joy I offer you, that I may have God's peace and joy as mine." Thus you prepare yourself to recognize God's gifts to you and let your mind be free of all that would prevent success today. Now are you ready to accept the gift of peace and joy that God has given you? Now are you ready to experience the joy and peace you have denied yourself? Now you can say, God's peace and joy are mine, for you have given what you would receive. You must succeed today if you prepare your mind as we suggest. For you have let all bars to peace and joy be lifted up, and what is yours can come to you at last. So tell yourself, God's peace and joy are mine, and close your eyes a while and let His voice assure you that the words you speak are true. Spend your
So much of the chorus is being certain that the words that he's speaking here to you are true. You make that choice. That's the ultimate for the first miracle, is making the choice that Jesus is telling you the truth. That this is Jesus is one of the best ones. It's not necessarily a mandatory. There's nothing mandatory here. So the whole idea of mandatory is just drop that. Just drop it. But to make the choice that was being said by the chorus is true. And then you get these thoughts into your head and get them entwined with your thoughts. And your thoughts do nothing with this whole book, this whole course are the thoughts of Christ, the mind of Christ. And there's a lot there, man. And you make that your entire operating system. And God's peace will be yours. When you say things like, God's peace and joy of mine, and you know that's true, it will become true for you. And God's peace and joy are yours. It must be true. I know it's true. I'm omnipresent. I'm omniscient. I'm omnipotent. God's peace is my peace. My peace is God's peace. Our peace is God's peace. We are all God's peace. What the hell does that mean? It means that we're always on the path. You can't get me off that path. The GPS is always got me on the right track to home. And I've got a home. And I'm walking towards it. And the more I meditate on it, the more I'm going to be, the more I can be there now. Think about how much we are there when you have a long walk ahead of you. Think how much that home base, when you know where you're going, plays a part in your happiness levels. Think about how much you wouldn't be happy if you were walking and you were walking nowhere. You're just walking. You'd be lost. Going somewhere, going home. Enables you to be home wherever you are. The whole idea of going to heaven is not so you can be miserable until you get there. It's cool. I can be here for a while and then be there for a while. Then go back home. And the problem with the prodigal son was not that he went and did what he did. He wanted to explore. Then he thought he was going to stay there. If he knew he was going to come home eventually, he would have treated it like more like a vacation. And the father and the other brother would have been cool with it, And he's coming back soon. He said he'll be back this month. He said he's coming back this month. It was uncertainty, not knowing.
For 5 minutes thus with Him each time you can today, but do not think that less is worthless when you cannot give Him more. At least remember hourly to
Do
say,
not think less is worthless when you can't give more. Always write that down. It's a nice little quote for what Jesus' overall message is. Do not think you're worthless if you can't give more. All right, just remember, you give what you can give. You have what you have. And as long as you're giving everything, don't give till it hurts. Give till it feels a little bit uncomfortable, and then stop. God's not asking you to walk around in pain and suffering. To give till it hurts. Give till it hurts. Give till you feel just a little bit uncomfortable. And if you want to go more next time, give more next time. By giving, I don't mean giving stuff or giving things, giving money. Just give and instead of give a little bit of love, give a little bit of yourself, express yourself. What would you want to give a little bit of service to your job if you're in a job, or your family, your friends? Find a way to be a part of the game, be a part of the party. Join the party. Join the fun. Join the fun.
Say the words which call to him to give you what he wills to give and wills you to receive. Determine not to interfere today with what he wills. And if a brother seems to tempt you to deny God's gift to him, see it as but another chance to let yourself receive the gifts of God as yours. Then bless your brother thankfully and say, My brother, peace and joy I offer you, that I may have God's peace and joy as mine.
Okay. That's lesson 105, gents and ladies. 105, lesson 105. God's peace and joy are mine. So when you walk around tomorrow, walk around today, when you're walking around, just remember to say it to yourself and know it's true. Know it's true. Ask yourself this question when you say this. Can I? This is like a last 11 and we're releasing or letting go way of doing it. Can I allow myself? Can I allow myself to know and be certain that God's peace and joy are mine? Can I? And if you can't, then tell you that no, I cannot do that. All right. Can I let go of not wanting to do that? Yeah, I guess I can. I can. I can let it go. I can let go of not wanting to do it. Ask myself again. Can I allow myself to welcome God's peace and joy as being mine? Well, yeah, I mean, God's peace and joy are everywhere. So yeah, sure. Yeah, can I welcome some more? There's some more. Some more. And some more. Can I welcome God's peace and joy more? Some more of it. Some more of it. Some more of it. And I'm not welcoming it. I'm not trying to make my nervous system feel anything. I'm not trying to feel God's peace. I'm welcoming the idea, the knowledge, and the knowingness of God's peace. I'm knowing the more insights that come to me, the more I know God's peace just is. And my nervous system reacts indirectly. Making yourself feel something trying to make yourself feel something is kind of dangerous because you end up hitting that too hard. It's like beating a dead horse. God's peace and joy are yours. God's peace and joy are yours. God's peace and joy are mine. God's peace and joy is mine. Say it over and over again. Over and over again. Do a little what's TM. 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening, over and over again. See what it takes you. Remember this little phrase here was not at some point, and then it was. And Jesus wrote it down. Or however, he wrote it down, but he inspired it. So that's some weight behind it. Every one of these lessons has some weight behind them. Well, that's one of the main reasons why I got the course. I mean, forgetting the fact that I had diagnosed with something special. And so I saw A Course in Miracles. I like the title. I read it and I started reading it. I noticed it was written by someone that had a rather celebrated history. So if I had to accept that, if I knew I said to myself, if I can't accept that, this book is just going to get in the way. For me, if I can't accept the fact that Jesus actually somehow managed to beat death for me is to become a literal savior in time and space. And he's going in and out at his desire. If I can't welcome that, and so I just ask myself, can I welcome the fact that Jesus somehow beat death? I can. I mean, I'm capable, of course, and he could be. I'm capable. I'm powerful. I can do anything I want, so I can welcome that. So will I do it? Sure, I do it now. I'll welcome it. I have to just assume that a part of me is welcoming. Part of me that welcomes because they can. The part of me is totally open to this is opening up right now. My mind means to justify, means to look for the reasons to justify what I just asked it to do. Means to see. Insights follow it. It has permission now. It's been allowed to do this. Give me your mind permission to roam the cosmos and search for peace. Peace comes. The funny thing about peace is that it's really more of a law. It's like a giant safety net, and you access it. It's sort of like it transforms into anything you want. It actually sort of like it's like the things we try to get out of drugs. One the drug, one doesn't make you sleepy, one that with no side effects. All the drugs that we make have side effects. Well, God's drugs have no side effects. The perfect drug has no side effects at all. No, it's totally healthy for you. And when you take it, it's like that limitless show. When you have all the power you need, you raise them to the highest consciousness you can possibly ever rise to. And you access this law of peace, transform it into passion, adventure, joy, knowing that its source is absolute peace. It's made of the stuff of peace. It's made from stuff of joy, of love. So when you're talking to somebody and maybe you're passionate about something, that passion is coming from peace. If it's coming from fear, it's no longer passion, it's now anger. And you're no longer reaching out and expressing yourself. You're lashing out, trying to hurt people in the name of blame and justification, self-justification, self-righteousness, arrogance. You have two types of people. Those are we're all know-it-alls, but there's those who don't want to know it all, who rather know nothing, and those who think we know everything and want to know everything and want to continue to know everything. If I'm a know-it-all, I don't want to know. I don't know anything at all, and I rather not know anything at all. But I think I spend most of my time thinking that I know everything. Ego thinks it knows absolutely everything about everything, has all the answers. And I spend most of my time in that place. Because we live in a world where if you don't have all the answers, go home. God's peace and joy of mind. God's peace and joy of mind. God's peace. God's justice. God's love. God's reality. God, God, God. If God's everywhere, God's right here. And man, with the miracle of twisting our point of view into what would appear to be a knot. But really, it's not really a knot. It's untying a knot that we made and is supposed to tie a knot. And the ego does that. It shows us the opposite of what's happening. It shows us sense is the opposite of what's really happening. Be careful of the ego. It shows you the exact opposite of what's happening. And when they take the sun, you think the sun's moving around the earth. No, the earth's moving around the sun. The exact opposite. The ego says there's duality. No, opposite. Pleasure and pain. Nope, it's pleasure. Sickness and health. No, there's only health. Think of it, what is pleasure and what is so this? How does it play out? When we're in the body, we can know nothing because we're part of the script and we're doing whatever we're told to do by the script. And therefore, pleasure, happiness is doing what you're told to do in the scripts, which could be the opposite. It may look like it may look terrible. It could be your job to be a cautionary tale. It can be part of your script to be a cautionary tale, what not to do. And if that's your partnership and you're playing that well, and if you play that really well, and if you start in the right role, and you really show yourself to people and be proud of yourself. Because that is the positive. That was the positive. That was positivity. Even though it looked terrible to you. You played your role. You were on the path. It doesn't matter what it looks like. That's form. It's why. It's content. God's peace, joy, is ours. Not Wayne's peace. The Holy Spirit's peace. We'll take Wayne up and we'll place him anywhere he wants to be. He said, I'll place you anywhere you want to be, so long as you trust me. You trust me, and I will trust you. And we can trust each other together. And I will give you pleasure beyond belief, peace beyond belief. And you express for others, and we will both become a source of peace to everyone out there. A source of pleasure, a source of fun, a source of peace and joy. And we will become a light, a source of light, a source of power. God's power is mine. All power is mine. All power is yours. I am power. You are power. Be still and know that I am power.
Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes, little boxes, little boxes all the same. There's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they're all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same. And the people in the houses all went to the university, and they all got put in boxes, little boxes all the same. And there's doctors and there's lawyers and business executives, and they all get put in boxes, and they all come out the same. And they all play on the golf course and drink their martini dry, and they all have pretty children, and the children go to school, and the children go to summer camp, and then to the university, and they all get put in boxes, and they all come out the same. And the boys go into business and marry and raise a family, and they all get put in boxes, little boxes all the same. There's a green one and a pink one and a blue one and a yellow one, and they all made out of ticky-tacky, and they all look just the same.
All right, they're the sweetest, nicest, most gentle, rebellious fighting song I've ever heard in my life. Little Boxes. I think it was Peter Paul and Mary. I hope you enjoyed the show today. That was lesson 105. It was a pleasure to hopefully be helpful as I always try to be helpful. And there's miracles everywhere. And I'll be back Thursday. I think I'm going to try to do the ACIM lounge every week, unless I'm doing a throwback with Ozzy. And I'm not sure I'm doing a throwback this was Thursday, but the following Thursday. Um, so uh, this might be easier than trying to figure out what else to do. Unless I have something I want to talk about specifically. But I can always do that on the show, yeah, on that. So if you're marking down what I want to do, I would just put that for on Thursdays. And that's it. So God bless everyone. I love you all. Thanks for listening in. And I will be here Thursday at 12:30. Until then, peace.
Thank you so much, Rev Wayne Stills. What a pleasant time we had listening to lesson 105 with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.